Hi, Libra. MoonShine. What's going on all over the world today? I definitely feel some really weird energy. Like a lot of people having to prove things, right? Like, prove this, prove that. And you're like, I've been doing this for fucking 10 years. Like, why do I have to prove it to you? Like, what? Obnoxious. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm picking up on. Obnoxious. Somebody being really obnoxious. So, actually, and I was just singing in my head too, Born Losers by Matthew Good. And like, I met him once. Unfortunately, he was really fucking narcissistic. Like, he was a douchebag. I hope he's not like that because I've always liked his music. And then I met him and I was like, oh God, why did I have to meet you? You were so much nicer when I didn't know you were a dick. Okay. Okay, I guess we're doing these cards. All right. So funny, I just saw the bouncer card. I created that bouncer card because of this bouncer that I dated a while ago, and it was because of him. That I found out about Matthew Good and how awful of a person he really is. Maybe it was just for that night. You know, rock stars try to appear like they're cool. Really, they're just like everybody else. I don't know what to say. You sing music, that's just like, that's your talent? Okay. It doesn't really make you any different other than you just are different in general. Whoa. This is weird. Oh. Oh, I think I was like hung in another life. Because even this, being this far away from my neck, kind of bothers me. Like, I feel like I'm being suffocated. I can't wear turtlenecks or like anything around my neck, and I would love to wear a choker. Maybe I would get one tattooed. Permanent choker tattooed. I don't know about you, but if weird things come out in your life like that, like you can't wear turtlenecks because you feel like you're being suffocated, you might have died in the hands of a noose at the gallows in one life. Okay. I have to understand what's going on here. Whew. I always get so hot. Okay. A little closer to me here. What is going on? Sex. Weird. This has got me in a daze right now because sex and disease I almost feel like it's like right away I got sex as an individual. And I looked at this E, and now I feel like almost like Eden. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Evil creator. Evil, diseased person. I mean, no doubt. We got the oldies but goodies in reverse. We got alert in reverse, monster in reverse, and compass upright. Which I think a diseased woman, a sick woman who never wanted to be revealed. It's like you're being guided to reveal who they are. So work with soap opera and vampire with a twist of events in reverse. So, the way that I see this, now I'm being brought back to Matthew Good. Okay, so the reason why I didn't like him is because, like I said, my boyfriend was doing security at the time. He was head of security, so everything had to go through him. And Matthew was on his tour bus, and there was a specific bartender or a specific server that brought him a drink when he first got there to his tour bus. And then another girl came in afterwards to bring him a second round, and he got so angry. He was like, no one's gonna fucking serve me unless it's that first bitch. And nobody was allowed on his bus unless it was that one server. And so that upset my boyfriend because he was like, well, I don't understand what the fuck, like, I don't want just her just going on the bus. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, it's only him on there. Why does he only want her on the bus and nobody else? It made him really uncomfortable. And that's what I'm feeling right now. Like, he was being a soap opera queen. Okay? He was demanding something. And it was, he didn't want that other girl up there because he didn't like the way she looked. He only liked the first girl, which I believe was the girl who was dating the other guy who was working door. This was like 17 years ago, so it's very hard to go back to that night, but I'm pretty sure the only one he wanted on his tour bus was the one that was dating the other guy on the door. So made her even more uncomfortable too, which made him uncomfortable. So all of security's freaking out because Matthew Good only wants to get served by this one chick, and it just crept everybody out because it just didn't seem right. Right? It didn't seem right. Like Anton, the owner of the place or the establishment, was willing to give him anything he wanted. He was the entertainment. He was allowed to get whatever he wanted. But there was something about Lacey, that was her name, something about Lacey that he wanted, and it just, it turned me off. I was like, don't get me anywhere near him. I don't want to be anywhere near him. He walked by me, and I was like, oh my God, like, ugh. Ugh. Anyways, he wouldn't let anybody stand backstage. He was such a prick. And like, I get it. Okay, whatever. You're a celebrity. You're a fucking prick. You want people bowing down on you. You want your fame and everything that comes with it. Sure, fine, go ahead. But like, when you start creeping everybody out, that's where you gotta like, whoa, like, okay, this motherfucker just doesn't get whatever he wants because he's just gonna play God for the night. Okay? He's a musician, he can go sit down. He's a musician from Barrie, Ontario, he can go sit down, okay? That was my whole thing by the end of it. I was like, wow. You're from nowhere and you think you're something because you have a couple music videos? Really? Like the mentality of people, I have fucking videos What's the difference, right? Like there are tarot readers that have 20,000 million views, and it's like, what's the difference between that and fucking Matthew Goodband? Like, really? And like, really, honestly, I want to know the difference. I don't know the difference, because to me, they're all people, and the famous people I have met have all been assholes. So I'm like, really? That's what fame has done to you? Just turned you into a prick? And that's the twist of events I feel like might transpire, is like somebody appearing to be something that they're not, which is what Monster is about, right? I said somebody is claiming to be something that they're not. Okay? So it's like somebody who is in this righteous position, but completely manipulating everybody while in that position. Right? It's like, because it has something to do with work. And a diseased female, like Matthew Good would be a diseased female, because he's very much in his feminine energy. Doesn't matter if he's a guy, right? He's diseased in some way. And it's like a disease in seeing the opposite sex. Like, he had to have somebody in front of him that would basically get him hard, or nobody else. Everybody else was trash. We were in Oshawa. Everybody's trash, right? You come from Barrie, you're even bigger trash. And he was like, the hottest one had to serve him. And that will never leave my mind. Like, I stopped listening to his music. It took me years to listen to his music again, because of how arrogant he was that night. And like you can take years to build. Like, it took years for me to build as a fan of his. And one night he shattered it all by being an arrogant piece of shit, acting like you deserve something more. And really, it's just because you want to suck off something. That's all it is. It's just to suck off something. Right? And it's like you're being led to reveal this person, this diseased person. You're being led to, like, what I can see, their front door. And it's an untranspiring event of things that are catastrophically designed to come unraveled at this time, because of what somebody's managed to do and what they've managed to destroy. You want to destroy something that has taken years for somebody to build, because we all know it takes seconds to destroy something. Poof, there it goes. 20 years to build it, 10 years, 10 seconds to take it down. Right? So it sucks, like, to see somebody destroy something, but you know that if they come and they destroy something, especially that they didn't work for, and that is not theirs by any means necessary, so they're not allowed to do it, but to then have to see them pay that back is, I mean, for the most part, I believe that not a lot of people would steal if they knew they had to give it back. And then not only give it back, but 3 times fold. So you want to take what you think is some small little thing. Really, you have to give back times 3. And for the amount of energy that you've had it and used it, and it all adds up. Right? Like a penny a day adds up. Like, hate to say it, but it you know, it's small, sure, but it, after a while, adds up. So that's what I'm getting with, like, this, almost like this alert. It's like somebody doesn't, it's hidden. Somebody doesn't want to let you know that you are destroying this person, right? They're hiding so deep in your past. And actually, that reminds me, this is how deep they'll hide it. I found a virus on my phone, and it took me about an hour and a half to find it. But because I watch my memory on my phone, and I know how much memory I use, there was a virus in my phone, and it took me a while to find it. And I know that something had hit it so bad that I would just give up, but I didn't. Because it's perseverance. It's pushing through something that you know is going on, but you can't prove that it's going on, but you can see that it's happening. You just don't know where it's happening. So this diseased female, it's like they're or this diseased sex, they're somewhere around you. You just don't know where it is, right? But you're being led to uncover this monster, whether you find out in the end or not. Right? That's the thing, is like the work that we do is so mission and it's so secret that sometimes what we end up doing, we never get revealed about. We never truly find out about what we do until the end. right? Until you got to go, to the other side. You got to go to the judge. You got to say what you did with your time. You got to, give your paperwork, and this is what I did here, this is what I did there, this happened, I did this, like, why wouldn't you have to pass some paperwork? This is all a job, especially if you have a job like a kid, right? Like the mission job, right? Like, of course, you got to pass in a bunch of shit. You got to pass in all your paperwork. You've been doing work this whole time. That's what this whole thing is about, is doing work. Right? Work to uncover somebody that is such a little fucking vampire in your life, but has played it off so well for so long that you have no idea what they're doing, because they're doing it right, and they've been doing it for so long that they're so good at it now, right? There's such an easy soap opera queen. I feel like most times, people can play this role for so long that after a while you just go, yeah, okay, just fucking sit down, whatever, right? Because you just don't even want to hear the excuse anymore. Like, if somebody gives me an excuse, I almost like throw up in my mouth. I'm like, really, I don't need your excuse. You didn't follow through. Why do I need to hear your excuse on it? Like, sure, yeah, okay, excuses come up, things happen, right? And when it's things that are out of your control, do you realize that somebody really doesn't explain themselves when it's out of control, right? When it's their control, they're the ones that are trying to convince you of the excuse, right? Because it's in their control and they know how to manipulate it, right? This twister is not in anybody's control. You can't control the natural disaster that a twister can perform. But you might think that you have the power to destroy somebody like a twister. And this is obviously this person that I'm picking up. They obviously feel like they can hurt you in some way or do something, like they've got some type of like power over you in some way. They feel like they can hurt you. They feel like they have convinced you and you're the idiot, right? Because they're the ones that keep playing the role right in front of you, but you're not picking it up, because why would you? Like you're not thinking that somebody's living out the best role that they've ever done right in front of you. Right? Like, humans don't automatically think that way. We have to see things. We have to go outside of the box in order to try to see something that's so corrupt, that we've been so used to for so long. Right? Oof. So I do feel like it's like you're being guided. Naturally guided. It's like, because you're a guardian. You're a guardian, obviously a guardian of the world, which means like you're one of those people that watch out for other people, right? It's part of your duties here to help people find their way when these nasty energies come in and try to throw you off, right? There are natural guardians that come in that still help you and lead you around all the chaos that might be causing you to feel like you've got to go off track, cause you to feel like you've got to go off and do something when when this natural response is just keep moving forward, right? Leave these people behind, right? Like you're naturally uncovering something that you need to do already. So there's no point in dwelling on it. There's no point in trying to figure out what it is, because they're not going to let you know what it is. I feel like this is silent communication. This is communication between the lines, between the worlds. It's never going to get written down. It's never going to be documented as something that you do. It's going to be something that is on your mission. It's your mission work. It's on one document and one document only. And that document's the one thing that you hold as your evidence until you cross over, the way that I see it. You do not have to agree with a single thing I say. It's my opinion. This is the way I see it. It's the way it comes into me. It's the way Spirit downloads it to me. I have to believe in something. I have to leave my foot with something, right? So, a little twist of events coming in here. I feel like you're going to see it happen, but you might not know what you did. That's the thing. So, justice has been served. I feel, right? I feel justice has been served. Whoever this female is, gone with the wind. So, Have a good one.